So here I am in front of one of the most cherished collection of Légendes d'Honneur, Russian Bride, by a Russian artist, Konstantin Makovsky. You may be able to search it online. Search this name, you can find more information online. But what I want to say is about this piece of painting as a story. An artist, when he is at his best, he's not only doing a painting, but also he's writing story and recording history. So this one is a very complicated story, as you can see. But each person reading from different history book, reading from different art book, will get different impression and different story. I have listened to the docent tour, and most of the things I forgot what the docent talk about. But each docent seems has a different story. So I will take the liberty to create my own story. This bridesmaid, if we know Russian are mostly black, golden hair, and this is a black hair. Is this intended to be, or is this just by chance? This Russian bride is such. So what is the story of this Russian bride? And now we can see the background of all these bridesmaids. There are these mischievous little bridesmaids having fun here. Maybe she was singing the song Once Upon a Time, sitting on the tree. She was one of those mischievous and fun, searching, fun making little girl. And you see another one, another two. They are kind of more serious, and they are kind of asking, oh, what is happening? See how she treat her hair, how she's dressed, the button, the golden button. And these little girls couldn't be bothered too much. She was just having her little fun time story and checking the clothes of another young lady or another little girl. There are two more, looks more mature. Maybe their wedding day is coming soon. And another lady behind. There is another young girl. Why is she not happy? Why isn't she happy? This is the most beautiful day of her life, and she didn't seem to be happy. There must be a story behind it. In contrary, this young lady, maybe she's the relative of the bride, maybe she's the friend or sister of the bride. She looks much more there's so much more things in this expecting look. Maybe this is her turn to get the bridegroom. Maybe she wanted to be the the most important, powerful lady. And this lady who is taking care of the hair and makeup seems so proficient, efficient, effective. She must have been doing this many times and handled so many beautiful ladies, and her job is to make the young bride the most beautiful. She was concentrating doing it, and she did this job. There was another lady taking care of things. She is definitely not the bridegroom. Must be someone who take care of the clothes or something. She does not seem very, very sophisticated, powerful, like this makeup lady. And another young brother, maybe he's a brother, maybe he is just a bystander, and curious about what is happening in this world. The makeup, new shoes, and the big cape, and everything else could be. This painting could be just a painting if without this sudden intruder. Why is he coming? There must be a lot of story behind it. And there is a story behind it. Did he have a liaison? Did he came here to deliver something precious? And this young lady is stopping him to intrude. No, this is a lady's territory. You do not come in. Anyway, a beautiful piece of painting tells the story. A great artist is having the ability that camera cannot capture. This painting is so many, by far many times than what a camera can describe. This is the world of the artist, internal world of the artist, and illustrated in such a marvelous, detailed, and intentional way. The detail of the gold dress, the crown, and what do we call it? The ding-ding-ding-ding, the hat, the weaving of marvelous. So
Judith, is it true life that the Russians would have organs of God?
Go back home. We will check about the story of this painting. I bet you will find a lot of interesting stories behind it. Hello, dear friends. Here I am at Dion Museum, a beautiful, wonderful museum. No, this one is not Dion. It's part of Dion, Fine Art Museum of Dion. And this is Légion d'honneur, I think. So Pierre Bonnard painting Arcadia, I would choose to see a painting before I see the description, because sometimes when I go to a museum, when we go to a museum, we look first thing to see the exhibition, to see the description, and then we lost our own sense of that particular painting and lost our own vision of that painting. So without seeing any introduction, we see this huge, gigantic painting. First, to begin with, large painting is a very, very satisfying, and it's such a pleasant, satisfying, encouraging, and just a wonderful thing. It gives you the sense of achievement, and it's really very encouraging. So I see this painting. It has such a balanced color hue, and you feel very comfortable, calm, and you feel you are in a place that very natural. Animals are living happily, doing their things, having their fun, being animals, and children picking up the fruits, and mom is taking care of the towel, washing some towels. It's naturally a very harmonious painting. You feel peace and relaxed. As we go into the detail, we see the grass blade, we see the animal, must be a dog, and Bully, and Bull, and the children, and the leaves. From that leaf, I believe this painting was painted on white canvas, and I was imagining he was painting the green leaf, the very first, and then put the gray color on top of that green leaf to cover up the empty space, but it does give us a feeling that the sun or the light, whether it's a sunset light or late spring evening light or moonlight, shines through the painting, shines through the leaf. So you see the leaf is not complete because the light transfers through it. And you can also see some white points there. I think that is the proof of my hypothesis that he painted on white canvas. Anyway, the whole picture is very dark. So you just need to put a teeny tiny little bit white and make the white very much contrast and shine out. With the dark background, just a little bit of white can show off. So you see the white tower here and the white flower here, let's see what else. White, and the children's white clothes, and the tower. It really shows very bright. There is another child here, and that tree. Let's see this tree. If you go close to see it, it's just some dash of white, blue, green mixtured color. But if you go to a further distance, it looks as if the light reflection on the tree. So now we can go into it's not a lot of color, but it's very, very rich in the sense it used different hue of green, blue, and gray, and it brings the same green color, the one green or gray color, into a very lively painting. Sometimes you need a lot of color to express something. Sometimes you just need a very limited color, but still you can express the highlights of the painting. This is a very bad explanation. So let's go to here. Bonnard combined moments from daily life at the family home in Le Canton. Le Canton is one place in France. Chicken feeding in the orchard. His nephews gathering fruit, and a maid hanging laundry. Oh, it's not mom, it's a maid. She's a maid. This large decorative panel borrows strong horizontal and vertical elements from Japanese art, allowing Bonnard to include 3 distinct scenes in a single canvas. This, and other devices, such as flattened perspective, earned Bonnard the nickname Le Nabi très japonard, or the very Japanese Knabi. And it's very true. If we see, okay, here we come back to the story of Bonnard. This painting particularly does not have that very much 3D. Please don't worry. Does not have that very much 3D. You can see a lot of depth. It's very flattened comparatively, but not very flattened. At least the distance is not that much. It's because he borrowed that particular painting style from the Japanese painting. Okay, let's continue with this. There are a lot of people. I'm sorry for the noise, and I am trying my best to make the noise less. This kind of painting reminds me of seeing the Art Nouveau style of Alphonse Mucha. There are many artists who does this kind of painting. Klimt August and Alphonse Mucha. It's because I went to Poland and I went to Czech Republic. I went to Czech. I went to Prague, and saw the the painting of Mucha. So I particularly like this style of painting. The elongated panel itself is such a beautiful and elegant style, and particular with the painting subject, the subject of painting. It's just such a beautiful and elegant and elongated style. Itself is a very beautiful style. So Bonnard was born, Pierre Bonnard was born in 1867, and that was exactly the time of Impressionist start to boom and became a real thing. And he attended the School of Fine Arts, École des Beaux-Arts in Paris. And while he was in the school, he visited an exhibition, and this exhibition was Japanese block print, and he got a lot of inspiration and got very much influenced by the Japanese painting style. So later on, people named him. He had a group of painting called the Nabis, and he was named Le Nabi Très Jabonard, Bonnard Jabonard. So the very Japanese Nabi painting style. So one of the particular Japanese block print painting is that it's very flat, right? There is no, we don't say there is no depth, but they use one color, one particular color to, the landscape is very flat. It's not using color depth, color transition to depict the depths of color. This one is a little bit different. You can see the shade a little bit, but still it's just his style is very flat, and for some reason I just feel this one is very, very. Another thing I find very, very interesting is his choice of color, and in particular his choice of painting angle. I saw all these paintings, and then I realized he always paint or describe or tell the story from high above. You can see this painting has so much of this table space, as if he was high above the table to tell the story. And this painting also, you can see everything is high above. You can see as if he was standing on the second floor and looking down. And looking down on the painting, looking down the subject of his painting.